Alright, here is a little lesson on the Chopin Prelude in C minor, Opus 28, number 20. It's a common chord progression. It basically goes 1, 4, 5, 1 in C minor, 1, 4, 5, 1 in A flat major. Then it does a G7, 5 in F, but it goes to F minor, back to C major. Then it does 5, 7, 1 in G, D7, G, D7, G. Then it does something different. But here's that first part where if you can see the chords and then spread them out. So here is C minor. Then the F minor actually has an A flat chord on top of it to get the F minor. Then the G7 is a big stretch. You've actually got a G chord with a sharp 5. And you don't get the 7th until you come down here. You get the 5th and the 7th. Then another C minor. Alright, then you just change to A flat, A flat, C, E flat, D flat, D flat, F, A flat. Then E flat 7 is going to be a big stretch. I can't reach it myself. So here's the 7th, the root, the 3rd, then here's a 13th and another root. But as soon as you step down here, you have the E flat 7, A flat. Alright, now here's G7. G, B, D, F, G7, 3rd measure. C7, F minor, C major. Here's a regular D7, G major. Here's a D13. Because you've actually got the root, 3rd, no 5th, 7th, and the 6th or the 13th. Then here you get the 5th, so you have a D7, G major. And in this part it gets interesting. C minor, C, E flat, G. When you change this note, you now have an A flat chord. A flat, C, E flat. When you get this, you actually have a G sharp diminished chord, which then plays an F sharp, which just leads you to this G minor chord with B flat on the bottom. Then an A minor 7, A, C, E is missing, G. And then here's a, okay, now up here it looks like a D7, but it's got an A flat on the bottom, which makes it an A flat 7 with a flat 5. And it looks like D7 up here, but it's a A flat 7 flat 5, which is called a French 6th, which usually goes out to the 1 and then the 5 and the 1. But here it's just going to go the A flat 7 flat 5 comes back to G, G, B, D, G, B, D, F, G7, C minor, C, E flat, G, F minor, F, A flat, C, G, the 3rd and the bottom, G, B, D, and here's the 7th, C minor, then another A flat, D flat. Now this is G7 with a sharp 5 resolving down back to C minor. And that whole thing exactly repeats. C minor, A flat, G sharp diminished, going to G minor, A minor 7, A flat 7, flat 5, G major, G7, C minor, F minor, G over B resolving down to G7, C minor, then A flat, D flat, G7, flat 5, no, sharp 5, and then back up to the C minor. Or It's a wonderful piece for just chord progression.